Hi everybody, welcome back to In the Kingdom. Sorry for the terrible lighting, but it is early in the morning. We've been speaking about living on earth as we will be in heaven, or at least as close as we can. In particular, talking about eating as we will be in heaven. And I was thinking, you know what? I live in West Virginia, which is called Almost Heaven, West Virginia. And I want to show you guys around. So I've got a new mic and we are going out. One of the things you don't have to worry about is getting enough protein. The biggest, strongest animals out there, a rhino, a gorilla, an elephant, they all get their protein from green leafy plants. That is where you get your protein, that and legumes. You can see the bridge. There's a bridge back there, y'all, a big one. So another thing you don't have to worry about is soy estrogen. Like I said in the last video, soy estrogen is a plant estrogen, and you are not a plant. What you should be worried about is mammal estrogen, which is found in cow's milk, but you don't hear a lot about that. It's overeating, because on a plant-based diet, you can eat and eat and eat and eat vegetables and fruit until you are ready to pop, and you will maintain a healthy weight. The problem comes when you combine oil with foods, especially oil with carb. You do not have to worry about combining nutrients. Your body is designed to take things and use it when it needs it. Here is an example. Vitamin D is made active by going out in the sun. Do they tell you to only drink vitamin D milk out in the sun? No, your body knows how to process it later on when you get out in the sun. As long as you're eating a variety of collars, you're getting all your nutrients, because all of the nutrients are found in all of the plants, and you can eat as much as you want. And the last thing that you don't need to worry about is losing muscle mass. There are plenty of vegan bodybuilders. There's, my son really likes Semnit Nutrition. There's also Patrik Baboumian, who is a vegan bodybuilder, vegan strongman. The dude lifted a car and flipped it. They look at different athletes in the Olympics and different athletes in mixed martial arts. And there are people in the sports industry, and there are people in science that are proving that this diet is optimal for the human body. And guess what? Because it was God's idea first. Ferocious vegan. So here are some quick tips. Check the store brands. Often the cheaper store brands are accidentally vegan, which is a pleasant surprise. Make it easy. Meal prep, especially if it's just you going vegan like it is just me. Nobody else in my family is vegan, and I do a lot of prepping, and that way I always have something to eat that is not just a salad all the time. Salads are good, but not all the time. Another thing, make it cheap. If you go on Amazon, the spices on Amazon are so much cheaper. And the thing is, you can look at it, what is the price per ounce on Amazon, so you know that you are paying the cheapest price for it. Often if you get something fresh, it is cheaper. So we go pick like gallons and gallons of blueberries whenever the blueberry farm opens up and freeze them. The vegan diet, or saying that eating healthy is more expensive, that is not true if you know how to do it. So buying in bulk, check the price per ounce and get it online if you can. Buy it fresh if you can, like the roadside fruit stands, things like that will have a lot cheaper fruit. The pick your own farms will have a lot cheaper by the bushel or by the gallon. Growing your own garden makes it super duper cheap because you just cut out the middleman. Also, if you're getting processed food, that is very expensive. Anytime you go to the center of the grocery store where all the processed stuff is, you're spending more money. So look out for white sugar. White sugar is actually processed using charred bone meal, but the pure sugar that's not refined It has just a slightly browned look to it. It's not as pure white. It has like a slight browned look to it. And I have never had a problem with it not dissolving the same way that the refined sugar has. Another thing to look out for is gelatin. Gelatin is actually a protein that is made from boiling the skin and the tendons and the ligaments and the bone. You gotta watch out for certain jellos, make sure that there's no gelatin in it, and jellies and things like that. I take a multivitamin. You need to find one that doesn't have a gel cap that is made out of animal gelatin. B12. B12 is something that is naturally found in the dirt, and our vegetables and stuff are so clean now that you don't really get a lot of B12. Even the animals that are in factories, and they don't get enough B12, so they have to have B12 shots. That is how the B12 gets in the animal, because we all need B12. So I get mine from a supplement, but you can also get it from nutritional yeast, which is the cheese of the vegan world. Another thing, a lot of people are worried about their omega-3, even if they don't eat fish. You can get it from hemp seeds, chia seeds, and flax seeds. All have omega-3, and it's a better source of it. I'm going to admit, fast food is a little bit hard, but it's getting easier. So you've got places like Burger King. They have the Impossible Whopper, which is just like the Whopper without the dead animal. It is very good. Even my meat-eating husband agrees. Hardee's has the Beyond Burger, and they also have a Beyond Sausage Breakfast. Oh, Beyond is so good. That's what I take to cookouts. The Beyond Burger, or like the Beyond Brats. Yeah, the Beyond Brats, wow. When I first went vegan, if we were going somewhere, I would quickly just Google the restaurant name, vegan options is what I would put in. So say we were going to like a local restaurant around here called Pies and Pints, I would say Pies and Pints, vegan options. And it would tell me that there is this delicious sandwich there that I can also get with Daiya cheese on it, making it a vegan option. And it is delicious. Steakhouse sit-down restaurants or dine-in restaurants, those are easy. You can walk into any one of those, and so far I've been able to find something to eat. When I first started, I would just look on the menu and I would order all side. But what I tend to do a lot of times now is I'll either go in and look for like a stir fry or a kebab or something like that that has meat in it, and then I'll say, I want this, but instead of the meat, can you put in mushrooms, extra broccoli, or something like that? In the steakhouses or like a burger joint or something like that, if they do like mushrooms on the burgers, I'll say, I want a burger, but I don't want the burger on it. I just want fried mushrooms and the caramelized onions, like A1 sauce, because A1 sauce is vegan, and I'll put that on my mushroom burger. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Like, I used to not like mushrooms, and now I do. So even your taste buds change over time. It's easy, pretty easy, and it's getting easier every day. The rest of the world is catching on to what God has been trying to say from the beginning of time, y'all. Eat your vegetables. And my last tips are for family events. So first of all, I will bring my own food, and I bring enough to share. So if there's something I think is super yummy, I will make my own so I know that I'll have something to eat there, and I make enough so that my family can enjoy it too. And the second thing is bring your own meat to the barbecue. Like I said, Beyond Burgers or Beyond Brats are so good. You can bring your own, and I've never had too much flack for asking them to put my meat on the grill as well. Just eat before you go. That way you're not starved into some kind of compromise, and eat a lot of what is available there for you to eat. So I will eat a large portion of the fruit salad or whatever it is there that is on my menu. at the party. Next tip is to remember your why. Only you are accountable for your own health. So remember why you're doing this. And if you feel called to eat this way, then remember your verses or what you feel like God has spoke to you. And have your testimony ready. Have the verses ready. Not that you're going to try to fight and convince anybody else, but just so that you can answer well whenever you're asked why you eat this way. I never try to pressure anybody else or bully anybody else into being a vegan with me, but I do have my testimony ready. Another thing is my health testimony, how much better I feel, how much more energy I feel since I started eating this way. And the last tip I have for you is to know your boundaries and to pray about your boundaries. So whenever I felt like God called me to this, I immediately gave up meat, and I have never ate meat since, except for one slip up in Africa because I genuinely thought that it was a giant hash brown, but it was some kind of weird chicken nugget. Other than that, I was a slow transition from a vegetarian to a vegan. My reason for that was I wanted to build an arsenal of recipes that I knew that I liked. Maybe it'll be the same for you, or maybe you just dive right in, or maybe you could take it even slower. So that's all I have for you today. Enjoy the rest of the scenery. I hope you've enjoyed my new River Gorge Bridge. I love it. Hey y'all, I did those steps down to the overlook twice. I feel like Rocky, like I rocked that. I will see you next week with a new video. Be love and live for the kingdom to come. Bye.